Hey everybody, what's up? And welcome back to Rock Talk 101. Well, today I want to talk about one of my favorite little pieces of gear that I have in my room and talk about something that a lot of you guys probably are trying to figure out to do. And that's like, you have a drummer in a band, but he's not always there to be able to jam with, or you don't have a drummer and you want drums. So you're like, what kind of drum machine do I buy? Because that's what it takes you down to, is you got to be like, I need to get a drum machine so I can practice, because you want to practice with drums. But what do you buy? Do you want a complicated one that you have to program and do kind of stuff? Do you want something simple and easy that is just turn it on and go and will do the job? Well, today we're going to talk about that drum machine. Not the complicated one, but the one that is simple, easy to use, and you can use it for a practice setting, or you can even use it at live gigs if you do solo shows and stuff like that. It's a great tool, and I love it, and I've had one for a long time. And that drum machine is the little BeatBuddy Mini, which is this really cool little dude right here. I can't really pick it up because it's all plugged in over there. But it's this nifty little pedal. It's a stop box, and it comes with it doesn't come with an external pedal, excuse me. You can buy this extra pedal for an extra $50. This is very budget friendly. I actually have an Alias or Elise SR18, depending on how you want to say it. And that is a great drum machine, but you have to program it. There's a lot more involved in it. It's a lot more complicated, and it can be very frustrating because there is a big learning curve on learning how to use it. Once you do, it's a great tool, but it takes some time. Where this is literally plug in and go, and you can start rocking off and playing. And I'm kind of go through how it works, show you guys the pros and cons of using it. And I've actually used this for practice. I've actually used this for live shows as well. Once you figure it out and get it set up, it's a really great little tool. You can actually throw it on your pedal board, which I had it on my pedal board for many years, and I used it for many years for doing my solo gigs to have a nice drum beat back there when I didn't have a drummer. So, with that being said, let's talk about, first of all, the cost. The pedal itself is about $100. It's probably gone up since I bought it, but it was $100 when I bought it. And then this extra pedal, this extra foot switch pedal, is an extra $49.99. And it comes with this cable, and this actually helps out a lot because this actually has cymbal crashes in it, and it actually does a stop and start as well as this, so you can do away with the fills that it starts with. That's the one thing that is the con for me with this pedal. But let's get into it. This has tons of different settings, tons of different sounds. The way you scroll through whatever you're looking through, because you have rock, progressive, country, blues, bluegrass, whatever type of beat you want is in here. You turn this right knob right here. This right knob right here, if you scroll it through, and we'll scroll all the way back to the A's and kind of roll through. But you guys, I'm going to read off some of these things that we have in here. So it starts off in the B area, so you have ballads. So the ballad sound is if you're playing a slow ballad or something like that, you can hit, because it's not ready to go yet, but you can hit this, and it gives you a ballad sound. So let's go back to ballad. So, because I knocked it off there. So this is what a ballad would sound like. And it's just a standard 4/4 beat. You can change that around a little bit. You can click here. You got 3 different settings right here for the tempo, the song, and what's the other one there? It's the genre. So you got genre, song, and tempo. So if we want to change the song and change the beat, we can scroll there. Now we can go to a 2 type beat. So you're going to get that double kick on the kick. Dun, dun, dun. That's what the song does. It changes it up like that. And then you can change your tempo just by pushing. You push this right here, and you can see the little light changing. See the little green light? It moves down, and once you get there, right now we're at 60 times. We want to speed that tempo up. Just turn this knob. Scroll it back. Go back to slow. Take it to wherever you want to take it for your tempo. Now that'll be the tempo all the way through the song. You can't change the tempo up and down through a song. You get that one solid tempo, but it's really nice. And then say there's a section in the song that you want to stop and start again. With this extra external foot switch, you can stop it and then start it again. And then if you want to add a cymbal crash here and there, boom, can add a cymbal crash, which is real nice, and then you can stop it again. Now it also does fills, so if you want to go from the rhythm side or the verse side to the chorus side, excuse me, if you go verse to chorus, you can do that. So let's get it going again. So we're playing, and say you want to do a drum fill, but you want to stay in the verse chorus. All you got to do is step on this. It'll do a fill for you, and it goes back to the verse. Now, if you want to do a chorus, and you want to go to the chorus where you switch over to the ride, then you're going to hold this button down for about 2 seconds, and then it switches over to the ride. And then to go back, you're going to do the same thing. 1, down, 1, 2. It's about 2 seconds. You hold it down, and it'll switch back and forth. So let's do it again. 1001, 1002. Now we're in the chorus mode, and again, 1001, 1002. Back to the verse mode. And then to end it, if you want to stop it and have a fill in the end, if you don't want to stop it like this, and just stop the song, you can actually double tap it, red light will come on, and it'll end the song. So it's a great, great tool. You have a volume control here as well. So you can increase your volume, take it up to whatever, set it to whatever level you want. Like I said, if you want to do the fills, just pushing that button, we're going to end it. Let's take it to a couple different sounds. That was ballad. So let's go back up here to the genres, and we're right here on genre, and then we're going to turn it. Let's go. So you got beatbox. So let's see what beatbox is like. So if you're into that, you can make that happen. Stop, start. You do all kinds of cool stuff with this pedal. Let's finish that one out. So it's got a lot of different settings, a lot of great settings in it. Let's scroll to a different genre. This is blues right here. Now the one thing this pedal does when you start it, when you first start it, it's always going to have an intro fill. So when you hit it, it's going to do an intro fill. And we can change that to number 2. Now in your song settings, there's actually 5 different settings you can use. So you got 1 through 5. So there's 2, which is a 6/8 beat. There's 3, which is a 6/8 beat. 4 and 5, which is 12/8. And every setting is different. So depending on which one you use, it'll be a different type of timing. So you got Brazilian, you got bossa, you've got country. Here's what country sounds like for you guys. Let's do country 2 on there, and that's at 170 beats per minute. So this is country. And then you can slow that down. Or take it up. Maybe we'll go back to country 1. Slow it down. This is what a fill will sound like. If you want to switch over to the chorus, switch back, just hold for 2 seconds. Now you can end the song. You can either throw some cymbals in it, you can stop it, restart it, or you can end it. And you have to push it twice. 1, 2, you'll see the red light come on, and it'll end the song. Now, depending on where you hit that at, as this is going across, you will know where it is. What's really nice about this is when this is playing, we're going to get to country, get to rock. I want to get down to some rock stuff. Because this has got, it's got country, it's got D&B, it's got funk, it's got jazz, hip-hop, Latin, marching, metal. Here's metal for you guys that like metal. Let's do a metal one. Throw in a fill for that. changeover. And end it. So it's got metal in it. It's got a metro. It's got odd times, like an odd time signature. This is an odd time signature. So if you want to do some odd time signature stuff, let's go back up. It's got oldies, punk. You guys want to hear some punk? Let's do some punk. Let's do a fill. So it's got a little bit of everything there. It's got rhythm and blues in there. Now we're going to do rock. And we're going to go to rock 2, tempo 105. And then I'm going to show you guys something with that as well. So the one thing this does is no matter what setting you do, when you start it, it always does a fill. There's an intro fill. And then it goes to the riff. And so if you notice here, you'll see this light flashing across. When you see that, that's how you time doing your fills when you do it. If you want a short fill, we'll let it go to the end, and then we'll hit it. You get a short fill. If you want a longer fill, so if you want a longer fill, when that light is over here, you'll hit this button and you get a longer fill. If you want a shorter fill, as it gets closer to the right side, you'll get a shorter fill. So let's do it again. Long fill, short fill. 3/4 fill, kind of a half fill. So you guys can understand how this. Then if you want to switch over to your chorus, but you don't want it to be a long fill, you're gonna wait. 1, 2. You can have longer, or you can make it longer. We're gonna switch back to the verse. Depending on where you step on it, where that light's at, is how long that fill will be, which is, and it takes a little bit of learning curve. It takes a little bit of learning curve to start to know where to hit that, depending on what you're doing and how long you want to fill for the song that you're playing. But once you figure it out, it's really easy to do. And what's really nice about this is once you pick whatever you say, we want to do a rock song that the tempo is 105 and a 4/4 beat. Once I pick that and it's in there, we're good to go. The trick is that you got to learn to deal with that intro fill that it does, which I don't necessarily like. An intro fill sometimes is nice, but when you have an intro fill all the time, that's kind of a bummer. But the way you can get around that, and what I do is, so say I don't want the intro fill. So let me turn this off. So what I will do if I'm doing a show is I know where my volume's at, and I'll turn this down real quick. And then I'll hit that real quick. I'll watch it count over and do the intro fill, and then I'll stop it here. So now I can turn my volume back up, and I can just start it with this pedal. Intro fill's out. I can just start it. It starts on the 1 and start playing, and then I can stop it as I want. And then when I want to do the outro at the end of the song while it's playing, I'll just double tap, and I'm done. So that's a way to take that intro fill out. If you're playing a live and you don't want to deal with the intro fill, just turn your volume down real quick and then turn it back up to where it was at. You know, turn it down, hit the button, let it play through until that light goes green. Once it goes green, just hit your stop button over here, then put your volume back where it was at real quick. You can just set that up on the fly while you're playing. You can do it on 4. Just crouch down real quick, do it real fast to get ready to play your next song. Tune your guitar while you're doing it. And then reset that, and then you're good to go, and then you can just start off on the 1 if you don't want to deal with the intro fill. So that is how I've got around that, because every one of the settings has an intro fill in it. But if you want a simple, easy to use drum machine that you can use with your foot, you can sit there and make it do all this stuff and play a whole show, start to finish, if you're doing your own solo show, whatever, or practice. This is a great tool. It's not super expensive. It's durable. I've had this thing for a very long time. It's been an amazing pedal. I still use it every day. I use my SR18 when I'm writing songs and stuff, and I'm putting the drums all together from start to finish. I do that with that. But when I'm practicing and writing, this is the drum machine I'm using. I'm always using this because I can just get a basic beat going, and I can play to it and create the riffs I want and create the different tempos. And then once I figure that out, I switch over to the SR18 to actually program the whole drum thing the way I want to. But you can definitely gig with this if you want to. This is a great little gigging pedal. If you're a guy that's starting out, you guys are struggling, you're a band, you don't have a drummer but you want to get started and play, this is a great little pedal to get started out there and do what you want to do. And I really just wanted to do a little review on it because I love it. It's really simple. It's a really great tool to use. Like I said, you get cymbal crashes here, and then you can stop and start with that button. That's what these two buttons do here with this extra pedal. But you don't have to get this pedal. You can just buy this and go with it if you want. I bought the extra pedal because I like being able to do the stop and start, and I like being able to add the cymbal crashes and have that little extra that gives it more of that live sound. Now the other thing, so the two negatives, like all the positives with this, let's talk positives. This thing, start off with positives. This thing is simple, easy to use, really functional. It has a genre for any type of music you want to play in there. There's 5 different things you can program in each genre. So when you get to your rock, I got 5 different settings that I can play with to create a song to work with and do what I want to do with. And each one of those you do. The volume's really easy. It's simple. You got the volume, and then you got your buttons here to pick your genre, your song, and your tempo, and that's it. I mean, it's that simple. And then once you get on it, you just turn the knob. Like right now, we're picking the genre. We're on rock 1. We want to pick the different tempo that we want. So we want to go 2 to try that, and then we want to pick our tempo. We just push that again, and then we just turn this till we get to whatever tempo we want, which we're going to use 105. And then you're ready to go. It's that simple to use. It's really easy to work with, and then it's just a stomp box. It's really a stomp box, and you can do it with your feet. And I've done it many times practicing with people where this was our drummer, and we just jammed out to this, and I did all the controls with the drums, and they were like, wow, that sounds like a full drummer playing. But it's not. It's just me using this pedal, and it's just a great pedal. And it's as simple as it can get. It's as simple as it can get. So it's very simple, and if you want simple and easy to use, these BeatBuddies are great. They make a BeatBuddy, and this is the BeatBuddy Mini. The BeatBuddy itself, it's even more programmable, and you can actually download stuff to it, but it's also $300, and I didn't want to spend $300 on that. This is perfect. $100 for this, $50 for that, so I got $150 in it, and I'm jamming. Now the other thing two things I don't like. The one is that intro fills that it does. When you hit that button, you always get an intro fill. So I don't like that. I like the outro fills, but I don't like the intro fills. I don't like having an intro fill on every song that I play. So that part you have to kind of get used to. Like I said, I showed you how I figured out, turn the volume down, do that, and then I stop and start with that. The other thing is, this cable right here is the only cable that will make this pedal work. So you can't just go buy another cable, another connector cable like this to make this work. I don't know what is in this cable. These BeatBuddy cables that allows this to transfer to this, but if you don't buy the actual BeatBuddy cable to use your foot switch won't work. So you have to have that. So if you ever break that and stuff, you'll need another one, which I need to get another one because I don't have one. I haven't ever gotten one, but I've always meant to buy another one because you have to use that specific cable that is for this pedal to make it work together. So that's something you should know, that you can't just plug in any patch cable to make it work. You have to use the specific patch cable that it comes with, which I think is a negative. But as a whole, it's a great drum machine. If you guys need a drum machine, a budget-friendly drum machine that rocks out and that you can work with your foot, so you're not having to constantly stand down and push buttons or do whatever, this is an awesome way to go. It's a super cool pedal. I love it. I still use it every day. I use it all the time when I'm practicing and I'm jamming. This is my go-to pedal. It literally sits over there by my stuff, and I'm using it all the time. So that's all I got for you guys. Check out the BeatBuddy Mini or the BeatBuddy. You can check them both out, figure out which one you like, because the bigger one's actually nice too. It just costs more money, and I didn't want to spend $300 on it. I just wanted something simple and easy, and this thing has worked great for me for many years. So super awesome little pedal. Great little drum machine. If you guys are looking for a practical drum machine for practicing, or even, like I said, doing solo gigs and stuff, it's an awesome little tool, and I love it, and I can't recommend it enough. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend trying it out and checking it out. So that's all I got for you guys. I hope this video helps some of you guys out there. That's why I make these videos, just to try to help people out and find cool gear. And this is definitely a thumbs up in my book when it comes to drum machines. So check it out. They have them in most local stores like Guitar Center, Musician's Friend, Sweetwater. They all carry them. Sam Ash carries them. Most of your local places carry these usually because they're just a great drum machine. So thanks for watching. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next one.